You are welcome once again. I hope you understand the essence of the oath that you have just taken. It is a precondition for your telling the committee the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And if anything is found to be false from the evidence that you present to the committee, it amounts to perjury under the criminal code of the country, and it is punishable. Having understood what we have just said, we have it on record that the Accountant General Office released to your agency the sum of 950 million, 949.2 million in two tranches. 453 million 337,778.13 in 2020, and a sum of 496 million in 2021. The Office of the Accountant General, you want to confirm that this is the amount you released to the medical center we are dealing with?
My Chairman, honorable members, the Office of Accountant General released in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tranches amounting to 949,233,268 naira 72 kobo.
Please, can you put off that mic over there? Before you begin to respond, I want you to adopt the document that you have submitted before the committee as your own document so that you can now speak to it. All right? Please make an application to adopt the document that you have submitted.
Honorable Chairman, sir, and members of the committee, I, Dr. Abubakar Usman, Medical Director, FMC, Bida, hereby adopt the document before the committee as our own document. Thank you, sir. At a total contract sum of 48,005,000 naira, the equipment have been fully supplied and 100% paid for. For the same isolation ward, there was a supply of 60 kV Perkins generator at a cost of 7,630,915 naira. This was in November 2020 to the Mahmoud Global Engineering Limited, located at SW 740 Dokoza, Bida, Niger State. Project completed and fully paid for. There was supply of personal protective equipment, which was awarded in November 2020 at a cost total contract sum of 53,812,500 naira. All equipment listed were supplied and we are fully paid for. That is a summary of the utilization of the funds, sir. Yeah. The other documents submitted are details of letters of contract award as contained in pages 9 to 64. We also have the details of job completion certificates, pages 65 to 80. The details of approvals of payments are contained on pages 81 to page 113. The details of due process review report by BPP is contained in page 114 to 170. The technical and financial evaluation report is contained in pages 171 to pages 189, sir.
Members, you have had the submission of the medical director from Federal Medical Center in Bida, and you have all the documents before you. I don't know who want to throw the first shot. Yes, hold on. Yes, you have the floor.
Mr. Chairman, my respected honorable colleagues, my names are Yakuba Adamu. I'm Maliki from Jigawa State, representing Brununkuda and Buji in the Federal House. Our guest, good afternoon. MD, I go through all this and I had fully details of your of your 950 million. What I want to ask here is about this KBA generator. You started by having supply of 250 kVA diesel generator at the cost of 29 million. And another generator was also supplied, 100 kVA at the cost of 16 million. All these generators are in the molecular laboratory. That's my question.
Thank you very much, sir.
No, you might just note it so that if there are other questions, so you can just take everything together. The contract you awarded to the Maya Mod Global Limited for the supply of the 60 kVA generator, the award letter attached to your document in page 64 is 6.8 million naira. That's the award letter you gave to him. And when you look at your statement here on your page 7, look at page 7. You said you paid him 7.6 million naira. We'll need you to reconcile those two figures. Why did you pay more than the amount you awarded the contract for? We'll need clarification on that.
Sirs, on the issue of generators, sir, in each of these major buildings, let me start with the ICU. It's a building that cannot withstand power failure for 1 second. Because of that, it has 3 power sources. The public power supply, which ought to have been the main power supply, is actually an alternative. So ICU runs continuously on a solar system and generator, with the public power supply only being supportive. Same thing goes for molecular lab. There are equipments that we don't even risk putting on the public power supply because of fluctuations. So they continuously run either on solar or generator. Only occasionally you use the public power supply. And that is why both ICU, the molecular lab, and even the oxygen plant, in fact, the oxygen plant does not run on alternative power supply. It is purely a generator. So these generators are bought for different units of the projects, just to ensure that there is regular power supply, including the isolation ward. The question on the balance between what was the total release amount and the total expenditure of 11 million. So the way the payments are being done, the releases, we only request and pay for contracts completed. At the end of the fiscal year, any amount that has not been utilized is automatically mopped up. And since the procurement plan did not include any other projects outside COVID, we couldn't just utilize the amount for any other thing.
So there has to be evidence that the money was returned to the consolidated revenue. Eh? You know, because the money was meant for special purpose.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, there must be evidence that the money was returned. Furnished for the sum of 11 million outstanding. Yes.
Yes, sir. The 60 kVA generator was actually initially awarded at a contract sum of 6.8 million. However, the contractor requested for a variation, for which I've requested for the evidence of that. We have it, which was approved. And
It's not here.
It's not here, but it is available.
Secretariat, I want you to note that they admitted that there is no evidence of the difference of 11 million. They are to furnish it or to refund the sum of 11 million naira. We have equally noticed that, according to you, in your document, you awarded 17 contracts, according to you, right? Right, okay. The BPP market survey reflected that the total sum that they could establish for those 17 contracts was a sum of 916.3 million naira, according to BPP. BPP is here to confirm that. Suffice to say that you are required to refund the sum of 25.3 million, which is on page 167 of your document. And we noticed that in your document, we can't find the evidence of such refund. Do we write it down? That's another infraction from your agency.
Sir, can I respond to that?
Yes, sir.
When we got the report from the BPP, as required, the affected contractors were written. They were communicated.
MD, the explanation I want is not what you have done with your contractors. The explanation I want is what has happened to the money. Have you refunded or not?
We have not refunded.
You have not refunded. So another outstanding sum of 25.3 is lying with your agency, right?
No, sir.
There is no explanation yet. There is no explanation yet, even by your own record.
There is, sir.
Okay, what's the explanation?
The three of the companies wrote back that their documents were not fully submitted to BPP. In one of the supply of medical equipment, a whole page was not there, which we repackaged and resubmitted to BPP. The same thing happened to a second company whose records were incomplete. And that total, for instance, the one that is 23 million, the document missing amounted to 13 million, which the contractor submitted his relevant documents to the BPP. We are awaiting their, okay, they've even replied.
We are talking of an event that took place in 2021.
Yes.
You are still awaiting documents
This
of
report,
money that you have paid in 2021. Evidence of transaction, you are still awaiting it in 2023.
yes, sir, this report came in 2023. The BPP report came in 2023.
So if the BPP has not come up with the report, you didn't see.
We have the documents, but when we submitted to BPP, some of these documents were missing. And the judgment, the arrival of BPP's conclusion was based on documents available to them. So we now have to update our documents with BPP.
All right. Page 79. This year, Laboratory Products Limited. Contract sum was 3,535,798 naira 80 kobo. Certificate of completion showed $3,579,998. That's page 79. There is an overpayment of 44,200 in that. Overpayment.
I say it was raised based on the BPP reviewed price. That was why the variance came in. It's not an overpayment, sir.
Where is that? Where is the BPP? Give us the page so that we can see the difference. Item number what?
Number 5, sir.
Item number 5. You still have something to say with regards to this matter? Because we have noticed a lot of infractions. It's hereby ruled that a subcommittee shall be constituted and meet with this agency. The agency, you liaise with the secretariat and arrange on how you're going to work on this. And so, you are hereby discharged, but not acquitted. So you'll meet with the secretariat. They will arrange for how other things are going to be done. Thank you. You may take your leave. FMC, Butemeta.